Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jesse Both from the 19th hole, and we're going to be working on a pro playthrough here. And let's go ahead and get started with hole number 1. We're going to do holes 1 through 9. We'll talk about shot setup, club selection, ball selection, and elevation changes. This is the tournament wins, so this is what you will be seeing in your qualification round. So we'll go ahead and start with hole number 1. On this hole, we're going to be playing with an extra mile. I'm going to play with a Kingmaker ball, and we'll play a 10% adjustment for elevation. You can use a Thor, you can use an APOC as well for this hole. Any of those clubs will work just fine. I would recommend going with your club with the most amount of topspin. So 4.8 wind with our Kingmaker is not too bad. As you can see, we do not have the power to go over the rough, so we'll just have to go in this little area right here, as you can see. So 2.6 is our adjustment for this shot, and we're going to use our curl here. We do hit this one perfect with a 10% adjustment for wind. This one's going to bounce and roll nicely up the fairway, kind of close to the left side right there, but okay. Could use maybe a little bit more curl to try to cut that shot a little bit farther to that right, or we could have aimed it a little bit farther to the right into that little divot. But we were just trying to make sure that we did not aim too far, because the farther you aim into that little cutout area, the more at risk you will be for hitting that rough. Like, especially if you hit like a great right or something like that. The way I had it set up, even with the great right, I probably still would have been okay. So in a sense, I really just was trying to great proof the shot. So my opponent did pretty much the same thing that I did. We're going to be going with the end bringer here, and we will not be playing any kind of adjustment for this shot. So 6.0, and let's see, I think we're going to be dunking this shot, actually, now that I think about it. So we're going to dunk this shot, and we're playing right at min, so right about 1.7. We're going to aim it right for the back of the cup, and we're going to play 1.7 adjustment for this shot. We hit it great, so this will be off, but a perfect shot right there probably goes in. And I think a dunk was definitely a great way to go on this shot from that type of a distance away. Your other shot would be, a max range end bringer or wedge shot from the looks of it. And I really do not like max range wedge shots. I think your better option is to go with a dunk. It does require perfect, but what shot doesn't? If you don't hit a perfect shot with your end bringer either, then you're not going to make the shot as well. So I like the dunk right there. It's not a bad adjustment. You aim it towards the back of the cup, and it's a min-range adjustment. So definitely, a shot that can fall, and I think that'd probably be the best way to play this hole from that position. All right, we'll see you all in hole number 2. 2 here. We're playing this one with our sniper and a navigator ball, and we're going to play a 1-to-1 adjustment on this shot, and we're going to play 4.5 to 5 bars of backspin. That is the plan. So we'll see who goes first. All right, so 4.5 backspin, and we want to just aim our shot up here, right over the edge of the bunker. And we're going to go a little bit more backspin. We're going to go 5 backspin for this shot. Now 6.8, so that means right almost at 7 rings. Hit it perfect, so let's see where this one comes in. We aimed it pretty close at the cup. Okay, so a little bit of an offset to the left-hand side of the cup, it looks like, will be the way to play this one. We played that one pretty straight at the cup. We did not play any kind of an offset, and with a left to right wind, it looks like this one will require a little offset. So I would say play those adjustments, and then I'll offset it about 1 square to the left side of the cup. It looks like it should help you, give you a good chance at the ace. All right, we'll see you all in the next hole. We got hole number 3 here. This is a par 5. This is definitely albatross chance right here. We're going to play this one with the extra mile and a 10% adjustment for the wind, for the downhill. And we'll play this one with the extra mile. You can play it with the Thor or APOC as well. And we're going to play this shot with max right spin and 3 bars of top spin. So we are playing this one at 6.5 wind, so it's 3.6 rings. So that's going to put our shot right up here. And now we're going to adjust back 3.6 rings. So there's 3.6. And we will play about 1/2 ball of curl. Do hit it great to the right, but that's going to be okay with that wind pushing us. That will make us be okay. And we'll roll up the fairway, and we'll be in a good position for our second shot. So the key to that one is to adjust up into overpower. Turn your screen in the direction of the wind, and then adjust back for your rings back out of overpower. That way you can play a shot with regular power, with a little bit of curl, and not have to overpower your shot, but you will still land in a good position and put yourself in a good position for your second shot. All right, so we're going with the rough bump right here. You definitely could possibly go with a Saturn shot with full backspin from this position right here, and possibly, get the roll back. But we're going to go with the rough bump. We're going to go with 1.5 topspin on this shot. And didn't even check and see. I think we're about mid-range here. So we'll play about mid-range. So 6.0, 2.7 rings. And we'll see if we may be a little bit light on the topspin. We'll find out here really quickly. Nope, we were not light on the topspin. So 1.5 topspin is definitely the correct way to play this hole. And you just got to get lucky with the bounce. But definitely a shot that can be zeroed in on for the albatross. Definitely can dial that shot in. I would definitely for sure go with 1.5 topspin for that second shot. And I played that one at mid-range, which I definitely felt was appropriate, but definitely check that range to make sure that you are playing your shot at the correct range. This is another option as well, is to use the backbone. A little bit better accuracy than the Goliath. And I actually may switch to the backbone for this shot with a tailwind, not needing as much topspin. Going with a more accurate club may be the way to play it. I did not see the kind of spin that he put on his shot or his aim, so I couldn't really tell you what he did wrong, but he was definitely a little bit light on his shot. So easy eagle right here, and hopefully y'all can get the albatross. We'll see you all in the next hole. All right, next up we got hole number 4 here. This is a par 3. Play this with a Kingmaker ball. We're going to play with the Goliath. We're going to play a plus 20% adjustment for the wind and over water. And we're going to play this shot with about a 3.5 bars of backspin. So let's see what we can do here. 5.1 wind. 3.5 backspin. And let's try to aim this shot as good as we can here. I like that look right there. Looks pretty straight on. And we're going to do 3.3 for our adjustment. Hit another one great left. So we're not hitting many perfect shots today. But it looks like we would have been a little bit short. So we went 3.5 backspin, maybe like 3 1/4 or 3 bars of backspin, maybe a better way to play this one. But definitely, you know, I like the max adjustment for that, and I do like the 20% elevation change for this shot. It looks like, you know, we may want to try to offset that shot a little bit to the left, just a very tiny amount to the left for that extra left to right push from that tailwind. But definitely a hole that I believe can be dialed in. One that you really have to work on and just practice a few times. And once you find the adjustment that works for you, and hopefully you can get the ace. So the next hole we'll be on is hole number 5. So we'll see you there in just a moment. All right, we got hole 5 here. This is a par 5. This is definitely a tough eagle hole. Definitely a lot of it has to do with how well you can put your drive up the fairway to the left, of top left corner. We're going to play this one. We're going to play this one with a Titan ball. I would definitely strongly recommend a Power 4 ball if you have plenty of them. I don't. And I will be using an extra mile for this shot and then a big dog for my second shot. So 7.5 wind with a Titan ball, as you can see. We'll play this one with a 10% adjustment for the wind. And that means we're going to get 4.1 bars of carry on this shot. So that means our ball is going to land somewhere up in there. So we're going to go full right, and we're going to go 3. We're going to go 3 bars of topspin. So our ball is going to land somewhere up in here, and then we're actually going to put some from left curl on it as well, and just a little bit of overpower. Hit that one perfect. Hopefully that'll be far enough to the right of these trees, which I think it will be. That looks good. And that's going to roll. Oh, that's going to roll up there very nicely. That is an absolute perfect position to be in for the second shot. So definitely that 3 bars of topspin was good. A little close for my liking to that top left area of rough, but it worked. That extra curl that I put on that shot may have helped contribute a little bit to that extra push down the fairway and with the Titan ball. But definitely a shot that is very easy to make. We used a little bit of overpower and a little bit of left curl. To be quite honest, I didn't need that overpower. In fact, probably would have been better without the overpower. So just a little bit of left curl for that shot in the future. But that's going to put me in a very nice position for my second shot with the big dog. So with the big dog, we're going to go with 1 bar of backspin. And we're going to be adjusting our shot into overpower and then dragging it back out of overpower as we adjust for our wind. And I'll show you how to do that here in just a second. We're not going to play an elevation change for this shot. So 6.3 is 3.2, and you see I'm way up here. I am way up here. So this should be cake. So we're actually going to go 1.5 backspin on this shot just because of where we're at location wise. We're going to aim our shot towards the hole, and then we're going to adjust 3.2 rings for this shot. We're not going to have to overpower at all, just to try to hit a perfect shot. We do. So this one should put us up there right next to the hole. And that's how you get an easy eagle on a hole that a lot of people aren't going to get that type of an eagle on. So if you can replicate that drive and put yourself in that type of a position, I don't see a reason why you couldn't drop an albatross at some point during this tournament. Because the less things you have to worry about in a shot, like curl and topspin and overpower, the more opportunity and percentage you have to actually drop the albatross, because you're concentrating on far fewer things. So you're able to actually like put your energy towards making shots. Because the only thing I had to do there was hit a perfect shot, regular power perfect shot. As you can see, there was no curl involved. There was no overpower involved. There was no worrying about that bunker. Even with the great left or great right, I still was going to be okay. So when you have far fewer things to worry about, your odds of dropping a shot really do increase. So, all right, we'll see you all back here for our next hole, which is hole number 6. All right, we got hole 6 here. This is a par 4. Off the tee shot, you want to play the shot with an accurate and got the ball with some ball guide. So that means either quarterback or rock. I'm going to use my quarterback for this shot. And then I'll be using a sniper for my second shot. So, be right back for my shot. All right, so with the quarterback, all you want to do is full top, full right. And we're going to play this shot up the fairway. So we will adjust for our wind. 8 rings. And we'll put a little bit of right curl on it. Could hit it great to the right. Should be okay still. And that ball should roll up that fairway. Up that fairway and up that hill. And that's a good position right there. So without the great right, we've been a little bit farther to the left, but about the same spot on the hill, which is a good spot to be. You do want to make sure that you don't go too far with another driver, maybe with too much topspin, and land in the rough like my opponent did. He still has a shot to the green, but as you can see, it's the percentage of sinking the shot's much lower. So you definitely want to make sure you play it safe and put yourself in position to put yourself in a position for an attempt at the eagle. So the way we're going to play this one is we're going to play this one at, let's see, that's min. So we're going to play this one about medium distance. We're going to play this one at about 3 bars of backspin, I guess, 3.5 bars of backspin. And we're going to play it right at the hole. We can guess how we want it. Like that. So we need 6.3 rings. Get a perfect shot. Let's see where this one ends up. Get in the hole. Very close. Very close. Not a bad shot right there. It's definitely a shot we can dial in. Maybe a little bit more backspin than that. But the key is to find that spot there along the left-hand side of that fairway. That gives you a nice path to the hole. And it being a pretty straight, tailwind, you don't really have to worry about trying to offset your shots left or to the right of the hole because it is a straight tailwind at your back. So really just got to aim that shot at the hole and get your backspin correctly figured out. But definitely a shot that you can tinker around with, I think, and figure out the correct spin for the hole. All right, we'll see you all on hole number 7. All right, we got hole number 7 here. This is a par 5. We're going to play this one conservatively off the tee pad with a quarterback. And then for our second shot, we're going to use a big dog. You got a Cataclysm that's a little bit higher in level. You could use a Cataclysm as well. And I'm going to be using a Titan ball just for that extra power for the second shot. So really all we want to do is put our shot up along the left-hand side of this fairway, close enough to the rough, but not too close where we do go into the rough. So we use the quarterback because of its accuracy and its ball guide. So for top, we're going to go 1 to the right, and we're just going to hit this one regular. We are going to adjust, though, for our wind, and we'll just play a 1-to-1 adjustment. So we'll just play We'll play 6.7 because we'll add a little bit extra for the 10% downhill shot. Hit it perfect, and this one should put me up there, right there along that front edge, but not too close into the rough. And there we go, perfect. That's exactly where we want to be, and that'll set us up nicely for our second shot with the big dog. Okay, for this shot right here, we're just going to play with our big dog, top spin and some left spin. You want to aim this one kind of right up there through the middle of the fairway. That gives you the opportunity to be great left or great right and be okay. And we hit that one perfect, so that one's going to put us up there in thorn range for our next shot. Now, if you don't hit it quite as far up as I did, you'll still be okay. You'll probably be in more of a mid-thorn range or max thorn range, whereas I may be in a mid-thorn range where I'm at. So we'll have to wait and see. Alright, so we got our shot here. Let's see where we're at. That's max and min. So we're going to play pretty much a max thorn shot here. We'll maybe take off just a little bit from max. We'll play maybe like a 3 ring adjustment. And let's see what we can do here. We're going to play a 3 ring adjustment. We're going to take off just a little bit of max. That may end up costing me in the end, but we'll see. We did hit it perfect, so we'll be able to find out real quickly if that was a correct adjustment or not. And looks like that was not the correct adjustment. So we do need to make a little bit of an adjustment right there. We probably should have played that one more at I think more at mid. I'll have to go back and watch the shot. I can't remember if I under-adjusted or over-adjusted on that shot. But we'll find out, and we will make that adjustment. We missed to the right of the hole, so that means we pulled too far. So we should have played that one more at like a 2.5 or lower. We played it at 3, and we should have played it at 2.5. So we actually over-adjusted that shot. So, all right. Thank you all very much. We'll see you all on the next hole. All right, we got hole number 8 here, par 3. We're going to play this one with the Kingmaker and the Sniper. We're going to play 4 backspin, 3 right spin. And we are going to be playing a 1-to-1 adjustment on this shot. So we don't need to worry about the elevation change because we're playing a 1-to-1. So 4 down, 3 right. And we're going to be playing with our shot right about there. We're going to be playing over here for our left to right push for our wind, as you can see. And then we're going to play this one at a 5 ring adjustment. We're going to play 4.5, and then we're going to add half a ring, 5.5 ring. Hit a perfect shot. So let's see how this one comes in. Pretty close. Get in the hole. Ooh, that was so close. All right, so we had that one pretty well mapped out, I would say. 4 down, 3 right. We played a 1-to-1 adjustment, then we added an additional 0.5. So if you had a 4.3 wind, you would have played a 4.8 ring adjustment on that shot. As you can see, my red ring was fairly close to the edge of that rough, and we had a pretty decent offset to the left-hand side for that left to right wind, if you could see. So definitely go back, look at my offset. I would probably still play it the same exact way that I played it because that same shot could drop the next time. So good luck to y'all. Hopefully y'all can figure it out. Get the ace. I got very, very close. We'll see what my opponent does, and then we will move on to hole number 9. So my opponent didn't play any kind of an offset on his shot, I don't think. And as you see, he ended up short and to the right. Okay, we'll see you on the next hole. All right, we got hole 9 here. This is a par 4. tough par 4 where not many eagles are going to be found, but you will probably see a lot of birdies. You definitely want to make sure you get the birdie and give yourself the best chance possible to get the eagle. The way that you do that is with the Guardian. So I'll show you all my shots in just a moment. Okay, so the key for this hole is to get your shot up and to the right as far as you can. You want to be up in this area right here to give yourself a good possible second shot. So we're going to go full right spin, as much topspin as we can put on this shot, and we're going to aim our shot right here along the edge of this rough. We're going to put our yellow ring cutting just into the rough, and then we're going to adjust for our rings, 3.1. Okay, we adjusted there. Then we're going to push our shot forward. Now we're going to use our curl. We're going to use as much curl as we can. The more curl, the better on this shot. As you're going to see, we're going to bounce up and cut off some of that edge. And from right there in that position, we're going to have a really nice second shot to the green with a good chance to spin that one back in. All right, so for the second shot here, we're playing with probably our Guardian, our Guardian. And about between mid and mid. We're going to play with full backspin. And we're trying to take our shot off this back hill. And we want to aim it back towards the hole as good as we can. We're going to play like right there. So we're going to play a mid shot right here. So 4.7 rings. And we'll see how this one goes. First time playing this shot. We'll see how it works. Go on, baby. Get in the hole. That's how we do it for the eagle on 9. Perfection. Just as we drew it up. Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, hopefully y'all can use that information and that content to hopefully get yourself the eagle as well. As you saw, I played the shot off that hill. I played was a mid-range shot off the front right corner of that green. And I played full backspin. I did not play any side spin at all. But I just read the edge of that ball guide back to the hole and hit the shot. So that has been the pro playthrough. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and hopefully you all can pick up some strokes during your tournament from it. All right, y'all take care. Have a good evening. God bless.